guys, Turtleax here, bringing you another Reverse 1999 video. I figured that instead of me yapping at the camera, I would actually do something productive, such as meal prep. Basically, my plan for today is talk about the state of Reverse 1999. I had a very interesting conversation on Discord with Lucky Lux, as well as a couple of other of my viewers. Regarding, I think it was Wusa. Wusa, shout out to you for bringing this interesting question about the future of Reverse 1999. You know, will it survive? Will it take off? Will it flourish? Will they generate enough revenue to keep going? We're going to talk about that, and at the same time, we're going to prepare some chicken marinade. Here I have some chicken wings, and I also have chicken drumsticks. So we're going to prepare marinades. I have 2 Tupperwares at the ready. We're going to have one marinade overnight and another marinade for like an hour or 2 before I actually bake it. So for preparation of the marinade, I'm kind of going off script in terms of like, how should I say? My friend had sent me 2 videos on how to make this ginger lemon chicken, but I do have my ginger, I do have my lemon, but I'm going to add some other things too. Like I think in the video, the lady added like oregano and thyme, just like, you know, what you shake onto the thing, the spices. But I actually got some fresh green onions, some fresh thyme, and I have some dill in the fridge, which I'm going to sprinkle on after I bake the chicken. And so, yeah, we'll see how it goes. I don't know if you guys would like a video like this, but I figured, you know, I gotta add some spice to the channel because, you know, R99, not gonna lie, week 4 of this, you know, 37 release, man, I think they need to keep it down to like 3 weeks moving forwards, not the full 4 weeks, because even with Maine's Bulletin, it's like you spend a day or 2 on Maine's Bulletin, and now what do you do, right? Like we have to wait 3 or 4 more days for 6. But anyways, I digress. What I'm going to do actually right now is I'm going to go ahead and open the chicken. I'm going to make sure that I don't cross-contaminate with the veggie board. So what I'm actually going to do is, if I can get this open, okay, I'm going to use 2 knives. So we can make this my veggie knife and make this my chicken knife. I think we'll do it that way. If there's any chefs of you in the viewership, please tell me how to actually properly do these things. All right, so I was trying to look for Ziploc bags in the grocery store, but they don't have Ziploc bags. Actually, the grocery store nearby is missing a lot of things. They're missing Ziploc bags. I was looking for salad dressing, and the only salad dressing they had was ranch, which I don't like ranch. I prefer Italian. So lately, I've been making my own salad dressing, or not even so. I try to flavor it up, my salad up with like tomatoes and strawberries, and then I'll add some olive oil. I have this, it's olive oil that has a hint of basil in it, so it kind of gives a little bit of flavor, but I would much rather prefer Italian dressing. All right, so I just realized this is a whole lot of chicken. And the thing is, here in Macedonia, they don't have microwaves for some reason. I don't know why. So I cannot meal prep like the video says because I literally have to recook my food if I want it warm again. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just going to create some slits on different sides of the chicken. That way, when it marinates, it will soak up the flavor. And I also got to wash the chicken. So we'll need to do that. Wash the chicken, add slits to the wings on either side. I think my housemate taught me you want to create like 3 slits. That way you get a lot of the flavor from the marinade. So that's what I'm going to do. Oh yeah, so talking about the state of the game, sorry. I concentrating here. So I think that Reverse 1999 is okay. Let's talk about the things that are good about it. So Reverse 1999 has good storytelling. I think it has its niche, which is that it's a time traveling game where like every patch you go to a different country, and it's actually based on real life events sometimes, or maybe like a play on movies that have been released in the past, like the Nightmare in Green Lake. I think was a play on Hollywood. So I like that a lot. Okay, so let's go ahead and wash the chicken. Oh yeah, and I couldn't find gloves in the market either. And I bought these food bags that I thought were Ziploc bags, but they actually weren't, and they're so tiny it doesn't even wrap around this. Anyways, Monka S, right? But anyways, we improvise. It's all right. It's all right. So I'm gonna go ahead and wash the chicken. And the faucet here is really powerful, so I have to go low setting, otherwise it'll splash on me. Yeah, but I'm still here just washing the chicken. Oh yeah, so other things that are good about the game, I think that it's one of the most generous gacha games out there. Like, you don't have to roll for weapons, don't have to roll for light cones. The portraits, it's like 5 portraits instead of 6 eidolons like in other games, like Honkai Star Rail Reverse 1999. So that's good. You know what? I think this gloves is silly. I'll just use my hands, it's fine. And you got the storytelling. The storytelling is one of the best. I know a lot of my viewers skip the story, but I do think that the story is quite good in Reverse 1999. And I think they do a decent job with the, or they have very interesting characters. Like some gacha games, they just have a bunch of random characters. I mean, they're not random, but they're not like characters that are very interesting that you really care to know much more about. But in Reverse 1999, every character is memorable, and I think they do flesh out the character story with, say, like anecdotes, and of course their involvement in the main story as well. Now, things that they could improve on the game is have something that involves your party members more, or like your friends list. Like, they do have a friends list. I know they do plan to do something with it, but for right now, they don't have anything to do with friends besides chat with them. And even the chat could be improved because there's not enough. Sometimes I'll type out a sentence and then the chat says the character limit's too large. Oh, I hope this is Monka S. This Tupperware is too small. Okay, figure it out. This is what I deal with, guys. When you're traveling, it's hard to get what you need. But okay, I think I made it work. But marinating is going to be tricky. I might just need to use my plastic bags instead of this. This is not ideal. But at least it'll be airtight. Okay, move this out of the way. Okay, let's wash my hands really well because I touched the chicken. Oh, another thing they need to do is having more things to do in the game. And now Lucky Lux made a good point that actually you don't want this game to have too many things to do, because then it's not a casual game anymore. Like, it would get to a point where, like, if you had to farm for things, nobody enjoys I think people do not enjoy farming, but they don't like running out of things to do either. And Lucky Lux made a point that if you're watching like a video like mine's or a video like his, then you're probably not the casual player. I think the majority of the player base is casual, Like, I was watching Steam Bun X's live stream yesterday, and it's amazing. Like he was doing like a carry stream where he logs into his viewers' accounts and helps them get like a higher score. And wow, some of those characters were like not very well built, or like they were raising characters. I don't know. It was just it was kind of eye opening for me because I kind of assumed that most of my viewers, I guess like my viewers, they're the ones who help me out, you know. And I don't consider myself like a sweaty gamer, but I definitely pay attention to what's optimal. I like to optimize. Yeah, so to see like casual players like maybe bringing a character to like maybe not even I2 level 50, you know, and the resonance is stuck at like 9 instead of bringing it up to 10, you know, things like that. It just kind of surprised me a little bit. But anyways, I digress. So let's go ahead and squeeze some lemon. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some lemon to the chicken. Lots and lots of lemon to the chicken. And try to get the freshest lemon possible was what the video said. I might actually leave the entire lemon in here. This is actually half a lemon. And the tricky thing is I don't know if I have enough olive oil to fill this whole thing up. But anyways, we'll figure it out. I actually have 3 lemons, 2 out here and 1 in the fridge, so I can use this other whole lemon up. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, I kind of regret using the big one for the chicken. The big knife for the chicken, but it's okay. We will make do. Oh yeah, so that's kind of the issue, because I think that the game is catering more towards the casual player, which is probably like 80% of our player base. But you guys who are watching, you guys are like me, you know, like you want to maximize your resources. You know, you probably know the optimal places to farm resources, whereas maybe a newer player or a casual player would not. What else? Oh, there is an issue right now where there's too few healers. That is another issue. Like I was supporting a Twitch streamer who just started the game 3 days ago, and she told me that the only healer she had was LaSource. And just yesterday she got DK, but she had poured all her resources to leveling up LaSource, who was her only healer besides Miss New Babel, if you count her as one, for the literally past 10 days that she was, or past 7 days that she was playing the game. So it's kind of like Mocha-S situation, right? That's kind of not ideal. You want to... Okay, I'm adding some green onion here, by the way. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I was just squeezing some lemon juice into here. And add some green onion. And I'm probably going to add more green onion. And let's add more green onion here. I think I'm supposed to wash the vegetables first and then cut them. So let's do that. You probably don't need all of this green onion. Maybe I'll just use 1 more. And this is like fresh. I just bought it an hour ago. Oh, look at that. It smells so good. It smells so good in this kitchen now, guys. The lemon. I added a ton of lemon, so this chicken better turn out great. And then thyme. I can't believe we have fresh thyme here. That's awesome. And vegetables are so cheap here. Like, just to give an example, I think I spent maybe like 5 USD on all these vegetables, and this includes like, yeah, lettuce, or this other vegetable. I actually don't know the official names of these vegetables because these are different from the ones in America. But anyways, let me go ahead and wash this. Got my vegetable washing thing. Yeah, so that's another issue, the healers. There's not enough healers in the game. And I think they really need to add at least one or two more 4-star healers. That way, newer players aren't suffering so much, you know? Like, I was watching Jackison's stream yesterday, and he mentioned that, what did he mention? Sorry, I lost my train of thought. What did he say? I forgot what he said, but it was related to what I was going to say. Alright, anyways, I'm gonna cut the green onions, Monka. Alright. So I don't have any like special cutting style. I'm not like an amazing vegetable cutter. My mom did teach me how not to cut my fingers off, so I at least know how to do that. Smells really good. It was raining last night, so this is the perfect time to be a homebody, you know. Thank God I went out yesterday. Yesterday I explored Skopje Fortress. And you know what's interesting is like I'm so used to the fortresses being surrounded by guards, you know, like you had to get past security, you know, because it's a fortress, right? Like people would trash the fortress if you weren't, you know, guarding it. But no, there's no entry. It's like a gate open during certain hours, and it's like a park. The Skopje Fortress is like a park where you're literally in the ruins of a castle, and you can walk around, you know, have a picnic there. It's really interesting. Yeah, so I kind of like that. I was not expecting that, so I had fun doing that. And then I took some footage of the old bazaar, which I didn't buy anything from there this time because I noticed that about 3 minutes walk away from my Airbnb, there is a grocery store that has even tastier strawberries and produce than the old bazaar. And the old bazaar you can't pay with credit card. You have to exchange for Macedonian dinars, which you know I did bring some euros, but I would rather use my credit card because my international credit card I can just it converts to their local currency, so I don't have to worry about exchange rate and that sort of thing. Man, and I really wish I got a bigger Tupperware. This is not going to work. Ooh, and this thyme smells really good. Thyme flying everywhere. Okay, so I think what I'll do actually, instead of trying to strip this off, I'll go ahead and chop this as well, if I can. Oh, it's like a branch, so I can't even cut it. Okay, so yeah, this is okay. Let me think how I'm gonna make this work. And you know, ideally, you want when you marinate, you want it to be enclosed in a Ziploc. You know what I may need to do is I did bring some Ziploc bags, so let me just do that. I'll be right back, guys. So got my Ziploc bag. I think what I may end up doing is just like reusing this Ziploc bag, just like wash it after I marinate. Not ideal, but this Tupperware is not going to work. And we'll still do it where, you know, I just realized this I used to hold my electronics. Forgot to wash it. But anyways, we'll end up baking it, so I guess it doesn't matter. Okay. Monka S. This is my first time using fresh thyme, so I didn't realize it was on a branch. I don't like using the powdered herbs because they don't taste fresh, and I feel like they don't do anything for what I cook. I don't know if you guys agree or know what I'm talking about. Oh, but this is already looking really appetizing. So, yeah, definitely with the lemon, I think this is going to be good. Okay, let me get another. So this is kind of like what it looks like. Oh, it has a hole in it. Okay, that's not good. Okay. Monka. Hold on, guys. Emergency. this one is probably stronger. So let's transfer to here. And I'll probably put this in a plastic bag just in case this one has a hole in it too. It smells good. Okay, it seems to be holding up okay. I might as well just have it all together. Yeah, might as well. I was trying to be fancy and separate it, but I don't think it's gonna work. Okay, and with actually a bigger Ziploc bag like this, I can probably put a lot more herbs and stuff to make it flavorful. Oh yeah, so back to the game. You know, I kind of realized why they don't add PvP. It's just kind of hard to do with this game because it's not like an active time battle or anything. It's turn-based. So that's kind of hard to do. I was actually looking into footage from AFK Journey. AFK Journey has PvP, but I don't like the characters as much. But I do think it's kind of like a casual, comfy kind of game. It's coming out this Wednesday, the 27th. My problem is that I can't play it on my Mac because my Mac has the new chip, and for some reason the new chip is not compatible with BlueStacks or any of the... I've tried maybe 4 or 5 different game launchers and none of them are compatible with the with my laptop, Sumonka S, right? Like I might need to... it sucks because I can't play Honkai Star Rail on my Mac, so I might need to get like, you know, a Windows laptop instead of Mac. Yeah, I'm still debating whether or not to, like, if, say, hypothetically, I can find a program to play and stream AFK Journey, if you guys would want to watch that. And of course, Reverse 1999 is still my main game, but maybe I can, you know, release 2 videos a day or alternate between Reverse 1999 and AFK Journey. I don't know if people dislike that, though. But I can't imagine having a gaming channel that is purely on one game, though. That's like pretty hardcore. Like, if I was a bigger channel, or a bigger content creator, I would have 2 separate videos or 2 separate YouTube channels. But I already have 2 separate channels. I have one for my travel channel and another one for my gaming channel, and I kind of want to keep it that way. I don't want to have 3 channels, so... Not sure what I'm going to do there. So right now what I'm doing is I'm cutting some ginger. Just slicing up some ginger. Ginger makes everything taste better. Like if you're trying to make chicken broth or chicken soup when you're sick, or if you're trying to make some tea, then, you know, this is really good. Although the ginger here is not that fresh, so I'm trying to cut out the bad parts. What else can I say? There's plenty more I'm sure I can say, I think here. This is actually, I think it's going to turn out pretty good. This chicken. And I should probably do this faster because I need to marinate this for at least an hour, the chicken. Okay, so now we can go ahead and add some olive oil. So this is kind of like the glue that puts everything together. So supposedly the spices go with the oil. And I just kind of mix it up a little bit. But I need to save some oil for my salad. I'm probably going to get another bottle tomorrow. Okay, anything else I want to do? Maybe I can add a little more green onion. Why don't we do that? Let's at least cut off the long parts of this so it's easier to fit in the fridge. Why don't we do that? Sorry guys, I'm very bad at multitasking. Wow, I should be talking more to the camera. Oh, Speaking of PvP, so for the next two PvPs, we're going to have it for Utu. So Utu will come out at the same time as 6. I think that people are going to want some time to level up their 6 as well as to collect Utu cards. So what I plan to do is that let me take out some of this air. I'm going to need to find another grocery store to buy Ziploc bags because I really need Ziploc bags for this. Oh, check it out, guys. This is actually looking really good. So this is 1.5 lemons with green onions, thyme, ginger. I could probably add more ginger, actually. Let me do that. And you know how ginger is always like kind of awkwardly shaped and everything? So what I could do is put the ginger bits in here, and then if I want to make ginger, like hot ginger water or something, then I can keep the bulk of it for my ginger tea. Seems pretty good. And just in case things go wrong, I'm going to put this in a plastic bag. Here. This in a plastic bag just in case it leaks. Okay. Okay, so we're going to let it marinate for an hour. Wow, this has already been 31 minutes. Holy. Okay, we'll put the veggies back. Okay, so what I'll do right now is I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to wait an hour for the marinade, and the salad is probably not that... I'll probably make the salad later, because once you make a salad, you really want to eat it right away. Okay, so I'll pause the video. Alright, so continuing onwards, I decided to actually make this salad after all. I'm going to try to make a smaller salad because usually what happens is that I make a big salad because this bowl is big, and then I only end up eating like 2/3 of it before I'm like, Wonka S, this is too much fiber. But anyways, just kind of breaking down how I make my salad. So we're going to, I guess, add the main vegetables first. So I have my... I think this is Napa cabbage. It's all in Macedonian, so I don't really know exactly what this is, but I think this is Napa cabbage. I'm just going to take 3 of these. Okay, we're trying to make a small salad. Okay, and I have these green leafy vegetables. I'm not sure what this is, but it's quite good. I like it a lot. I'll go ahead and wash this. And I don't do it like fancy or anything. Like maybe I'll chop it or I'll like shred it with my hands. And as you can see off in the distance, I have a tomato. I have more green onions that I will add. I used to get cilantro, but I noticed the cilantro goes bad really quick, so I would rather just put something else in there. Okay, so, oh, and I have 6 strawberries. Lately, I've been adding strawberries to give it like a dimension of flavor. And strawberries and tomatoes, I kind of alternate as I eat. Like I'll grab a piece of strawberry with my fork and then, you know, pick at some lettuce and eat it together, and it's pretty good. I kind of alternate between strawberry and tomatoes when I eat my salad. Okay. So I guess we'll go ahead and chop this. And the thing about this cabbage is normally I would prefer it like I boil it with some beef, but because there's not really like a hot pot pre-made meats or pre-sliced meats, so it's a little hard to do. So I just make a salad instead. I've been making a lot of salad, whereas normally I would boil my vegetables with my meat. There we go. Just make sure I get my fiber. And even just 3 of these leaves will already make a really big salad. Excuse me. The issue with just vegetables in general is that if you don't get them really fresh, the vegetables go bad really quick. And so I try to not buy too many veggies when I go to the market. Oh, might as well. So strawberries, I've learned that, yeah, cut out the stem entirely, because it's monka-esque when you eat a strawberry and then you're munching on a stem instead of the juicy part. Okay, and then I'll cut it into fourths, kind of like this. I'll just toss it in there. I try not to make the strawberries too small, otherwise I'll be monka-esque while I'm trying to pick at them with the fork, because they're too small. And strawberries are nice because you can eat alone as is, which I sometimes do if I'm we're winding down towards the end of the day. Or you can add it in a salad. So strawberries are very versatile. Here in Macedonia, strawberries aren't that expensive, but more importantly, they're really fresh. So I just, whenever I go grocery shopping, which is every morning, I'll buy a basket of strawberries. Makes me happy. Oh, you can't even see me cut the strawberries. Monka-esque. Okay. Well, I'm cutting strawberries right now. And my viewers are probably like, what is Turtle doing? Why is he filming this video? It's because, and actually that's a segue to the issue. It's, there might not be enough content for content creators. The issue right now is it's like this. We're so gated by stamina that unless we're redoing Maine's Bulletin, otherwise there's not really much to show. And I guess that's where the content creation comes in, right? Like, you're supposed to add to the game, not make the game do all the work for you. Yeah, but I'm not quite there yet. I'm still figuring out the whole content creating situation. I think that a lot of people watch my videos because maybe because I wail, but you can only wail so much, right? Like, I'm not a bank, but I guess now with PvP that's more interesting. But I think PvP generally people want to watch it live. They don't want to watch an 8-hour video. Like, I just released a 10-hour video, and one of my viewers, Kwong, mentioned that, oh, you know, you should actually split it up. No one wants to watch a 10-hour video, and I think he has a good point. It's true. Okay, so I got my vegetables, so I'll go. I can already tell this is going to be a really big salad. So maybe what I'll do actually is not eat all that. Maybe I'll put one of this back. I was thinking like to kind of spice up the content to play CN, but the problem is that uh, because I don't have any game launcher that works with my Mac, so I can't really, I can't play the CN version on my Mac, unfortunately. But this is a problem I'm going to need to resolve if I want to showcase like AFK Journey or something like that. Man, this is going to be the most scuffed video in the universe. I don't know why, but this morning I was thinking, oh, I really need to do something different for my videos, because I think lately half my videos have been about PvP, and there's some people who love PvP, including myself, but not everyone does. I think most of my viewers don't. So, but I don't know if they'll like this cooking kind of... I'm not even cooking, I'm like meal prepping essentially. Out of curiosity, guys, do you cook your food? Do you buy your food? Like, do you order from like what kind of food do you eat? I'm kind of curious. And do any of you cook? That I'm actually really curious about. Because if you do, I could use some tips from you guys. I need a bigger knife. I think I should have used a smaller knife for the chicken earlier, but anyways. So, got our veggies. That's looking actually pretty good. Okay. Let's add a little more green onion. Then we'll add the tomatoes next. Oh, and in this bag I have carrots and turnips, but they're kind of on their last legs, so I'm saving that towards the end. Still debating whether I want to even add them or just toss them. Seems pretty good. I could probably cut the green onions even finer, but I want to be able to pick at them when I eat the salad, so back in the fridge you go. Oh, and here is this interesting Macedonian vegetable. I don't know what this is called. I'm not even sure if it's exclusive to Macedonia, but I was like buying vegetables at the market, right? And the lady, she was like, oh, buy this, salad. And I was like, okay, fine. So, you know, always open to new experiences. This is going to require a bigger knife. So I already washed this. So this vegetable is like a fibrous vegetable. I wonder if this is like a... I know this is not jackfruit, but it kind of reminds me of jackfruit because you don't eat the outside for sure. And the inside is way softer than the outside. Oh, and to spice up salads, I'm probably going to get lemon again. Get more lemon. And maybe whatever lemon I have left, I'll throw it into my chicken marinade. Actually, when I was young, I used to watch like the Iron Chef, you know, back when it was good. Like it was like, you know, you had Iron Chef Japan, and two others, Italian. Was there Iron Chef China? I actually don't know. Yeah, but anyways. Yeah, that was pretty fun. I really miss those days. Actually, lately I've been really missing my childhood. I think, you know, every year I have like a quarter life crisis, you know? Maybe getting close to midlife crisis. My dad, he passed away last year, and he would have turned 61 if he had lived like a week longer. So it kind of made me realize like, oh, you know, I have to make the most of my life. You know, I can't be working a 9 to 5 all the time. This was a conversation I had with Lucky Lux. And yeah, I mean, my situation right now is like, you know, I have my rental income, which I can break even with that. And I can also work too, but the problem with working is I can't travel because Monka S I only get because I was a manager for the hospital I worked at, and it was taking up a lot of time, uh, and it was tough because I think the biggest thing was that my workplace, like I literally had to pay money out of my own pocket for the equipment that we would use for uh, at clinic because ever since the clinic got bought out, which I think was around the time that I joined the hospital, they were all about profit, and so what would happen is like, oh, I'm sorry, but that piece of equipment that you need to properly check everyone's eye pressure, yeah, we don't have budget for that. So I'm like, Monka S, right? Like, we're going to misdiagnose if we don't have the proper equipment. So I ended up paying for it out of my own pocket. And then, you have issues like, coworkers not putting their heart into it or just fooling around. And I just got sick of that life. So that's why I travel now. But I do have a source of income. Yeah, so it's not like I'm traveling for free. It's not like, everything that I have, I pretty much work for it. Before I got my home, I worked 65, 70 hours a week, 2 different jobs, Sunday through Saturday. And yeah, but now I have a home. I made sure I got a bigger home. That way I could rent out the other rooms, kind of house hack. So that's kind of what I do now. But I don't know how sustainable that is because things are getting more expensive, including travel. The way I've combated it is that I try to bounce from country to country based on proximity. That way the plane tickets are no more than 150, 200 USD. So, and then nowadays when I do Airbnb, for Airbnb, I try to book at least 2 weeks. A month is better because you do save a lot of money. They do give you a discount actually if you do Airbnb for a month. There's like a monthly discount. But if you go a couple days over, then they charge you extremely extra. That's the mistake I made with this Airbnb. I think I booked like 33 days, and I think it costed like an extra 75 USD. So it could have been much cheaper, but it's okay. I learned my lesson. Yeah, so I feel like every day I kind of go through a quarter life crisis a little bit because I know why I'm traveling. It's kind of a personal reason. Yeah, I don't know if it's something that people would understand or care about, but um, I guess basically you can say that I'm looking for something like a lifestyle or maybe someone to like spice up my life a little bit, I'm the kind of person who gets bored quite easily, so for me I want to like meet different people. Maybe I'll meet my life partner someday abroad. But it's step one is to put yourself out there, right? Like you have to go out there, talk to people, which I do. Talking to people is something I actually very much enjoy. I tend to do better when I talk to new people. I think the longer I get to know someone, the harder it is for me because I think whenever you travel to a different country and whenever you travel to another country and people don't know you at all, you can kind of reinvent yourself. It's a little easier to do that. It's a lot harder to do it back home when like your mom, for instance, has known you since she wiped your ass, right, in the very beginning. And so it's really hard to reinvent yourself when she's like, oh, my baby, I love you, Of course, I love my mom too, but, it's just a little different. Yeah, but in terms of my adventure so far, I'm kind of I'm still trying to figure things out. I originally, like the beginning of 2023, I made a New Year's resolution for myself that I would go to a different European country every month. And I ended up succeeding. In 2023, I did travel to 13 different countries, if you count Transnistria, which I crossed into the border of with a local. And That was incredible. So I decided to continue my travel journey for 2024, but what ended up happening was I was going to all these like super westernized countries where it was just like tourists. That was it. And that's not the reason why I traveled. I decided to travel in the first place. I wanted to meet locals. And so, yeah. And so, like, I'm trying to travel now this year to countries less traveled, such as Macedonia, where I am right now. The problem with Macedonia, and I think also will be an issue for Bosnia next month, is that ride sharing is not really a thing. Like, there is ride sharing, but it's like its own personal app, and I need a Macedonian phone number in order to actually register. So it's kind of a Mocha S moment. I mean, in Macedonia, there's not really any attractions to visit, anyways. A lot of it actually is within walking distance, so that's what I've been doing. Like, I have 3 different Macedonian videos queued up on my travel channel, which I will hopefully I can film like maybe 2 more videos before I move to the next country. Bosnia should actually be better because here in Skopje, Macedonia, the city is huge and you really need a car for it. But I was told, I forget by who, it may have been a person from here who said that Bosnia is a lot smaller. The city is small, so even if the ride sharing apps don't work, everything should be within walking distance. Dude, check out how big the salad is compared to my head. This is going to take like an entire day to finish. But really affordable, like all the ingredients in here is less than, I think I paid maybe 7 USD today for all my groceries, and I only used half of it, or a third of it, so very nice. Although I'm kind of realizing that for my salads, I don't like it being crunchy. I don't like crunchy salads. I think I like it when it's not as crunchy. So having, oh, and this is a lot of radishes. I probably should not put that many radishes in, or otherwise my mouth is going to be on fire. So I'll save this for tomorrow, I guess. All right. When I was young, there was a cooking show I used to watch. I think, because I was so young, I don't know which country that chef was from. I think he passed away recently. Very famous Asian chef. And I remember I would watch his food channel, cooking channel when I was like 5 or 6. Or I think this was back when I was still in Taiwan. So, yeah, and he would always have like little bowls with like perfectly sliced everything, like 6 or 7, 8 bowls, kind of like in Korea, the side dishes. And he would be like, add some minced green onions and some garlic, and he would just pour it in. It would be like a bowl, and maybe that's why I do it, because I think of him. Yeah, I just lately I've been thinking of the past, which is a dangerous place to be, by the way. You want to be looking forward. You don't want to look into the past. I think generally whenever I look in the past, I become a little sad. Partly because there's things in the past that, you learn from them, but you never have the exact same opportunity. And yeah, there's just things in life that you don't get second chances for. Like, you will never get to relive kindergarten. You'll never get to relive high school. So it's very important to make the most of your life as each year passes, I mean, of course, be smart about it. Don't do anything reckless. But I think it's important to take risks every now and then. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, almost done with the salad. I'll go ahead and got another lemon here. And I'm going to finish my olive oil. So let's go ahead and do this. This was what I learned in Turkey. The guy, he would, there's this one Turkish vendor. He's like an older generation, very old school, and cooks really, really well. And I would go to him maybe like once or twice a day for to get like sea bass, grilled sea bass, and he always had like shredded lettuce with tomatoes, and he would squeeze lemon on it, and I would have a side of lemon and I would squeeze it on the fish, and this it would go down to the salad, and I would eat the salad, and it was amazing. I think during my time here, what I'm going to do is try to learn to cook more. At least get the basics down. At least know how the ingredients work together, you know? I think cooking is fairly easy. It's just knowing what combination of ingredients to put together, I think, is the challenging part. And so that's something I really want to work on while I'm here, while I have a kitchen. Almost every Airbnb that I go to now has a kitchen. Some better than others. This kitchen is decent, so I haven't tried using the oven yet. I will try today. Okay, so this video has been going on for almost an hour. It's been 30 minutes. Just gonna add my extra lemons in here. That smells really good. If this turns out good, I might have to make a cooking channel. Cooking channel for beginners from a beginner, you know? Alright, and then I'm going to use a vegetable stir. So, something like this to kind of mix things around. I'm a little worried I didn't have enough olive oil left over for the salad, but it's okay. I did add some lemon. When I was in Puerto Rico, one of my classmates taught me how to stir, which is you push in straight in the middle, and then you stir side, push straight, stir side, stir side. I don't know if you guys understood that, but that's what she taught me when you're cooking. Although I guess with a salad you can do whatever you want. Oh, and lately I've been thinking like, oh, I should take this opportunity to glow up as well. I mean, I do my 30-minute walks every day, but I also need to like, well, I don't have weights here, but there are plenty of workout videos out there where you can do like a 4-minute to 20-minute workout. All you need you don't need anything. You just need motivation to work out. And they do a lot of like lunges, or not lunges, but like push-ups, burpees, and then the thing where you lie on your back and you try to reach for your toes and do reps of that. So I did that the day before yesterday, and I think yesterday it took me a whole day to recover. So yeah, okay, the salad is looking pretty good, gotta say. So my mom growing up used to tell me, Turtle, if you are trying to make a good salad, make sure it's colorful. So I got my green, got my red, my pink. It actually looks pretty good. I'll go ahead and show you guys. And it smells amazing. Yep. So it's got 2 different kinds of vegetables. It's got strawberries, it's got that Macedonian root, it's got tomatoes, green onions, olive oil, and lemon. Okay, so I'll go ahead and taste test in front of you guys. I already know what it's going to taste like, but every day it tastes a little bit better as I learn how to... Oh, and it has carrots too. Yes. So what I do is I pick out a strawberry. When you have strawberry or tomatoes in a salad, you almost don't need dressing. You just need a little bit of olive oil to give it that dimension. Mm. So this is the Macedonian root. It kind of tastes like daikon, like a spongy daikon if you've ever had it. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do, it's been about 45 minutes since the marination happened. I'll go ahead and preheat the oven. Got my gloves at the ready, the one that this Airbnb came with. Okay, I think I don't understand how my oven works. Okay, there we go. I see the light turning on. Yeah, the light is on, and I presume it would be heating. Okay. Anyways, I think I'll probably fast forward to when when my chicken is done. Hello guys, so I actually finished my salad and I basically watched my recording from earlier and I realized that I didn't really talk much about the game. I talked more about my personal life and things you probably don't want to hear about. But I appreciate, the one or two of you who will actually watch the video and maybe curious about me and my life. But anyways, let's go ahead, and I've been baking this chicken for about an hour and 5 minutes. So let's go ahead and see how it turned out. Okay, you just have to be really careful, it's hot. Okay, and with chicken, I think it said at least 45 minutes, but because it said 350, and for some reason my oven goes up to 200 and then max, so I actually don't know how hot it's been. So just to be on the safe side, I grilled it for an extra 15-20 minutes. So let's see how it turned out. It actually smells like it's cooked, so I think we'll be okay. If not, I just throw it back into the oven. All right, here we go. I wrapped it in three sheets of foil. Let me actually get a bowl ready. And actually, I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and transfer this over to the bowl. And we'll move this out of the way for now. Monka, guess I need a bigger kitchen. Okay, I'll leave the tray out just in case if it's not hot enough or cooked enough. Chicken is always tricky, and you almost have to bake chicken. I think cooking chicken it just takes way too long, so I like to bake my chicken. Okay, I can sense the heat, so let's go ahead. All right. Oh, it smells like fish for some reason. I guess the way I prepare my chicken is very much how I flavor my fish. Okay. Ooh, yes, yes. Okay, wow, I baked it for so long it's like falling off the bone. But yeah, this is my chicken wing. Maybe for the for my thumbnail. Either that or me investigating my salad, one of those. But yeah, chicken smells pretty good. Definitely will cook. Mmm. Okay. So it could have been marinated longer, but it actually does taste pretty good. So this is my solution to Macedonia, because I mentioned during my previous PvP stream that the problem with Macedonia is that their meat dishes are terrible. Like, I don't know why. It's just like every meat dish that I buy is like so bland or mushy. Like, I think there's a famous popular Macedonian dish that's like sausage wrapped in bacon, and I ordered one and I had to toss it after I took like 2 bites because it was literally like mushy sausage that was wrapped in bacon that was clearly too oily for consumption. So yeah, I tossed that. I did toss like maybe half of the food that I bought because it just was not that great. So that's another reason why I said that I'm going to take this opportunity to learn how to cook. But yeah, with the chicken, I definitely taste the thyme. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I definitely soaked up the flavors. It's so interesting. The thing is, as someone who is an amateur cook, it's hard to tell like which flavor corresponds to which herb or ingredient that I put. And that's something that I'm going to have to learn while I'm here. I still have about 2 weeks here before I fly to Bosnia. Mm-hmm. Okay. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is going to be like the most random ass video you've ever watched in your life, but hey, you know, for me, whenever I watch a content creator, I like to know their backstory, if there was any backstory to talk about. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.